Heels on the floor, each step a slow burn. You watch me leave like it's something you earn. I dress in the dark, I move like a tide. You held the door open, I step outside. You memorized me like a line you'd repeat, but I was the chapter you couldn't complete. You thought my patience might not stay. You read my silence as a giveaway. You counted exits that were never yours. You never saw me choosing different doors. You named me yours before I named myself. You kept my fire on your private shelf. You thought my comment I had nowhere to go, but I was already gone weeks ago. I walk out like a queen, no tears, no in between. I walk out, head high, soft lips, cold goodbye. Don't reach for my hand, I already let go. Don't say my name, now there's nothing you own. I walk out like a queen, like I always should have been. No note on the table, no fight in the hall, no final confession against the cold wall. I fold up the memories, press them like flowers. I take back my seasons, I reclaim my hours. You look for the version that used to say stay. She left before I did, she just showed me the way. You thought my patience might not stay. You read my silence as a giveaway. You counted exits that were never yours. You never saw me choosing different doors. You named me yours before I named myself. You kept my fire on your private shelf. You found my comment, I had nowhere to go, but I was already gone weeks ago. I walk out like a queen, no tears, no in between. I walk out, head high, soft lips, cold goodbye. Don't reach for my hand, I already let go. Don't say my name, now there's nothing you own. I walk out like a queen, like I always should have been. This is mine, all of it. Every scar, every gift. I walk out like a queen. 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 You pour the wine, I watch the glass. You talk about future, I'm already past. You touch my shoulder, I don't pull away, but I've been gone since Tuesday's gray. You plan the weekend, I nod and smile. I've been rehearsing this for a while. The door in my mind has been closed and locked since the last time my heart stopped. You see my eyes, but know what's in them. You feel my warmth, but know what's leaving. You hear my voice, but not the distance. You count my breath like I'm still present. You pour your hope into my silence. You call it love, I call it patience. You think the stillness means I'm yours to keep, but I said goodbye in my sleep. I already said goodbye in my head long before what's in them. You feel my warmth, but now it's leaving. You hear my voice, but not the distance. You count my breaths like I'm still present. You pour your hope into my silence. You call it love, I call it patience. You think the stillness means I'm yours to keep, but I said goodbye in my sleep. I already said goodbye in my head long before a word was said. I already closed every door before you knew what I was here for. You're talking to someone who already left. You're holding a hand that's already bereft. I already said goodbye. Already said goodbye. Not a war, not a scene, just a quiet in between. I already said goodbye in my head. 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 You reach for my side of the cold, empty bed. You search for the scent of the words that I said. You pour a second cup, then remember I'm gone. You leave the light on, like I'm coming along. You hear a song that we never made ours. You feel it like fire in the late empty hours. You wanted the space, now you swim in it whole. You miss the weight of me deep in your soul. You said you needed room to breathe. You said my presence felt like grief. You pushed and pulled till I unraveled. You took for granted every battle. You called my love a heavy thing. You dropped it like it had no sting. But absence has a weight of its own, and now you're carrying it alone. You miss the weight of my hand in yours. You miss the sound of my feet on your floors. You miss the weight on my just enough to fill the. You missed the way to me. 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 No perfume left on your pillowcase. No lipstick ghosts on the glass I trace. No hair on your floor, no key on your shelf. I took every piece back into myself. No voicemail saved, no letter sealed, no wound left open, no scar revealed. I moved through your life like smoke through a door. You look for the evidence, find nothing more. You search the drawers for something mine. You'll check your phone for one last time. You'll ask your memory what I said, but I swept the room before I fled. You'll call the spaces where I live, but I took back everything I give. You want a reason carved in stone, but I don't leave traces when I go. I don't leave traces, no blood on the floor, no name on the mirror, no knock on your door. I don't leave traces, no smoke, no sign. I pass through completely and take back what's mine. You'll reach for the outline I left in your sheets, but I folded my shadow and walked through the streets. I don't leave traces. I don't leave traces at all. built the room, but I held the key. You drew the walls, but you drew them for me. You thought the lock was something you owned, but every door here was mine alone. You gave me the space like it was a gift, but space was already mine to shift. You offered the exit like it was yours to give, but I always chose how I wanted to live. You counted the times I stayed as dead. You measured my loyalty against your threat. You dangled the leaving like a loaded gun, not knowing I had already won. You thought your permission shaped my role. You thought your anger set my code. You stood at the frame and called it yours, but I was already beyond your doors. The door was always mine to open, always mine to close, always mine to leave through whenever I chose. The door was always mine, not yours to guard, not yours to lock, not yours to hold against my heart. You thought you owned the threshold, you thought you owned the frame, but I was always free, and leaving's not your game. The door was always mine. You slept beside the handle like a sentinel post, believing your devotion was the thing I needed most. But devotion built on ownership is just a gilded chain, and I was quietly cutting it each time you said my name. You called it protection, I called it a cage. You called it love, I called it a stage. You played the keeper, I played along, until the night I proved you wrong. You counted the times I stayed as dead. You measured my loyalty against your threat. You dangled the leaving like a loaded gun, not knowing I had already won. You thought your permission shaped my road. You thought your anger set my code. You stood at the frame and called it yours, but I was already beyond your doors. The door is always mine. The door is mine to weave through whenever I chose. The door is always mine, not yours to guard, not yours to lock, not yours to hold against my heart. You thought you owned the threshold, you thought you owned the frame, but I was always free, and leaving's not your game. The door was always mine. Always was, always will. My door, my choice, my still. The door was always mine. 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 You love the morning, I almost walked away. You love the tension more than any given day. You love the pulling back, the almost gone. You love the drama more than carrying on. You lit up brightest when the door was near. You called it passion, I called romanticize the leaving. You criticize the pain. You called our almost endings something beautiful and strange. You kept me at the threshold because that's where you felt alive. You didn't want the everyday. You wanted the goodbye. You dressed it up in longing, you dressed it up in need, but you were just addicted to watching someone leave. You love the exit, not the room. You love the darkness, not the bloom. You love the moment I might leave, more than anything I could give or be. You wanted the almost, not the whole. You wanted the wound, not the soul. You love the exit, love the door, but you never loved what you were leaving for. You memorized my leaving face, you studied how my jaw goes tight. You catalog my silences, you live for our last lights. You never learned my morning voice, the ordinary tender things. You only paid attention when everything was breaking. I was a symphony, you only heard the end. A garden you would only visit when the roses bend. You wanted to surrender, the final falling down, but I was so much more than the last act of this tale. You romanticize the leaving. You poeticize the pain. You called our almost endings something beautiful and strange. You kept me at the threshold because that's where you felt alive. You didn't want the everyday. You wanted the goodbye. You dressed it up in longing, you dressed it up in need, but you were just addicted to watching someone bleed. You love the exit, not the room. You love the exit, not the room. You love the exit, not the room. You love the exit, not the You love the exit, not the You love the exit, not You love the exit, not The bed is wider than it was before. The silence heavier behind the door. I make my coffee for one cup now, and something in that feels like a vow. The city keeps moving, I keep still. I find the quiet, learning my will. No argument bleeding through the wall. No name called out down the hall. You think the empty would feel like loss. You think the silence would carry a cause. You think I reach across the dark for the warmth that used to fill the mark. But something shifted in the leaving. Something settled in the breathing. The cold I feared turned out to be the first clean air I've breathed in weeks. Cold is my comfort now. Cold is my home. Cold is the fear. something settled in the breathing. The cold I feared turned out to be the first clean air I've breathed in weeks. Cold is my comfort now. Cold is my own. Cold is the feeling alone. I'm finally alone. Cold is the morning without your weight. Cold is the mercy of choosing my fate. I used to feel this kind of still. Now I pour it over me like something real. Cold is my comfort. Cold is my crown. Cold is the silence. I'm not backing down. Not lonely, just free. Not empty, just me. Cold is my comfort now. 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 I cook the mornings into gold for you. I turn my edges soft and true for you. I learn your silences, your coded fear. I gave my warmest season here. I bend my rhythm to your broken time. I smooth the places that were only mine. I gave you access to my inner heat and kept on giving through defeat. You took the tenderness and called it weak. You took the warmth and never tried to see the cost of keeping someone endlessly lit. The way a candle burns itself to bits. You held your hands out every single night. You never once asked about my light. You consumed without a second thought, not knowing what that warmth had cost. I gave you all, I keep the fire. I gave you comfort, I keep the higher. I gave you soft, I keep the flame. I gave you everything, I came with claim. You got the giving, I get the source. You got the river, I keep the force. I gave you all, but I keep the fire. I keep the fire, I keep the fire. You look for someone to fill the space, but took the warmth and never tried to see the cost of keeping someone endlessly lit. The way a candle burns itself to bits. You held your hands out every single night. You never once asked about my light. You consumed without a second thought, not knowing what that warmth had cost. I gave you warmth, I keep the fire. I gave you comfort, I keep the higher. I gave you soft, I keep the flame. I gave you everything, I came with claim. You got the giving, I get the source. You got the river, I keep the force. I gave you warm, but I keep the fire. I keep the fire, I keep the fire. Behind me has no pull. The story told there is complete and full. I walk through fire, I walk through cold. I walk through everything you bought and sold. I wore you down like borrowed clothes. I gave you chances nobody knows. I loved in ways that cost me years, and still I leave here without tears. You call it coldness, I call it clear. You call it heartless, I call it here. You say I changed, I say I grew. You say I left you, I say I chose to. You write the story where you're the one, but I was the one who left the room. You're away from me to crack and turn, but queens don't look back at what they earn. Queens don't look back. Queens don't look back. Not at the ashes, not at the light. Queens don't look back with the hands that held wrong. Queens don't look back, they just move along. Queen, I'm the ending of every chain. I am the morning after your rain. I am the woman who chose herself first. Queens don't look back, and I never will. Not once, not ever, not still. You kept the photos, keep everyone. I kept my power when all was done. You keep the story where I'm the lost. I keep the knowing of what it cost. You tell them I broke under all your love. I tell myself I rose above. You build a legend of what we were, but I am the author of what occurred. say I grew, you say I left you, I say I chose to. You write the story where you're the one, but I was the one who left the room. You wait for me to crack and